wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Uncensored. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Hello and welcome to Dive Bar Comedy, episode 89. I am Wild Joe. I'm your host, and today we're bringing you some snippets of shows long gone from the deep, deep vault archives, but never before heard, never before released snippets of GT's comedy, my comedy, and some of our great friends and performers, comics who have been on our show time and time again. These are some sets from about a year and a half ago, I would say. And that was GT you heard in the theme song. I've been getting compliments on the theme song, so at least I had that recording that I was able to put up, and it's perfect, captures the feel of just being a comic that wants to hit the scene and get out there and do some mics. So I know a lot of comics are feeling like that right now. People are home. Comics are home. A lot of them alone or with roommates. The lucky ones have girlfriends, boyfriends, families that they love. I've been talking to a few of them, getting in touch. And so far, everybody from GT's Comedy Jam has been in pretty good shape. They're in pretty good situations. So we knock wood, cross fingers, whatever superstition you want, that keeps going. And I'm going to try to keep touching base with our comics and see how they're doing. So we are joining the 20th century. Think of the time of Charlie Chaplin. Video. So we're moving from audio only into video because we've been doing some video conferencing, talking to these comics and making little recordings. So those are due to come out probably next week. So for episode 90, expect some visuals. You'll think, wow, I never knew what Wild Joe looked like. This is not what I pictured at all. Or a lot of you probably already knew, but save your suspense one more week. It's coming out episode 90 when we move into colors, the walking, talkie movies where we're moving. So we're joining the 20th century due to a very 21st century problem that we're having. So everybody's on Zoom. We tried it. We'll compare Zoom versus Skype. You guys can see which one you prefer. Skype is side-by-side video. Zoom automatically detects who's speaking and features that person in the video that you can easily record on your computer. So from your laptop. Skype, you can do it even from your phone, but it doesn't work on everybody's phone. So both are adequate. Both are not perfect. Neither are perfect. So I'm glad we have a couple of options out there. There are probably many more options that I haven't even seen because it suddenly everybody's way more interested in video conferencing because we can't see each other face to face. And otherwise you would feel very isolated. I try not to watch animated cartoons all day long either for my kids because I want them to see at least humans also. So there's, people on our street walking dogs, playing with their kids in the yard, going by on bikes and jogging. So we do see people from day to day, but we're not out in public. We're keeping a very low profile. So a lot of people are having work done on their homes. I don't know if that is or isn't a good idea. It kind of depends, I guess, how far away the workers are. But that's something that I've seen with my next door neighbor. There's a lot of people working always in his driveway, making new gates, all kinds of stuff. And, maybe they just feel like this is a good time to get things done. So whatever, I don't think they're working too close together. They're out in the open air. So maybe they're not really a risk. And they also are wearing masks. I see people pulling up in pickup trucks wearing masks. It would have seemed a little creepy or scary before, but now that's what is required. So anyway, this show that I'm releasing is kind of a hodgepodge, but it features first one night. It was GT on stage, followed by me, Wild Joe, and it must have been over a year ago because I was pregnant with our second baby. So GT does his normal dirty comedy, and then I follow it up with a lot of jokes about being pregnant, as I was big and pregnant at the time. So it was probably February 2019. So it's a fun show. There's a lot of interesting material there that we put out. Plus we have some interviews with our friends Julie Vanarelli, Geezer, and Elliott Enriquez, who closes out this episode with a show from his deep past when he was first working on his famous Cubby joke. So there it is. It's a lot of fun. Please listen to the end and subscribe. So things are coming. Video. You get to finally see Wild Joe. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you really think when you get the visual. So, all right, people. Take care. Be safe. And subscribe every week. Dive Bar Comedy.
Check. Whoa, what's up, people? Man, this is crazy, dude. We've been doing this GT's Comedy Jam for over 2 years. Yeah, and we've had the same people on this show. Like Mista See has been co-hosting all this time. And thanks a lot for the modules. They're a new addition to the GT's Comedy Jam. And I love cover songs, and they do a really good job. Yeah, my wife always out there doing interviews, and she's really good at interviewing. I think she was enjoying doing interviewing without me. She likes doing interviews without me. Seems like I could just feel it from the outside. Yeah. People go, "What's it like being married, GT? What's it like being married?" I don't know. What's it like being married? The other day I woke up, I told my wife I want to put my dick in your mouth. Yeah. That's a rude thing to say. That's a mean thing to say when you wake up and you tell your wife I want to put your dick in your mouth. Can't you say anything else? Can't you just buy her flowers or something? Such a rude dude. What kind of a husband you are, dude. Wake up. Hey, wake up! I want to put my dick in your mouth. But when she turned around, she's all like, my mouth is asleep. I was like, your mouth is asleep, this is horrible. Did I sign up for this shit? I didn't sign up for this shit. I got married because I want to fucking get my dick sucked all the time, whenever I want. 24/7. and I started stroking my dick. I got it nice and hard. I got it nice and hard, and then I took a black spray paint, and I spray painted it all black. And then I went back in the house in the cold, and I put it right in front of her face. I'm like, honey, wake up. I got a black dick for you. You know what she did? She went to town. She went to town because you know why? She loves black dick. She told me that. She told me that. She loves black dick, so why not? She said it would have been better if you were wearing a ski mask. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I need, how about this meeting, no? I heard there's a sex robot brothel opening up in D.C. for people like Bernie Sanders, if they want to go fuck a robot, fuck a prostitute, they can get away with it, not worry about getting caught. So I told my wife, honey, what do you think about me going to a sex robot brothel? She goes, that's cheating. How can it be cheating? Come on, it's a robot. I'm going to be fucking a robot. That's all I'm going to be doing. She goes, that's cheating, that's cheating. I'm like, what about your dildo, your vibrator? It's the same shit. It's a robot. Don't you think? It's right there, sitting there. I'm looking at it every day. That too is a robot. She goes, that's not a robot. So the other day, I don't know, I think it was planning or something. The other day she found some panties in my glove compartment. She goes, whose panties are these? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know whose fucking panties those are. Maybe it's yours. She goes, no, those aren't my panties. I'm all like, here. I could tell from the smell of a panty whose panties those are. So I took it. And I sniffed it. You know what it smells? You know what it smelled like? WD-40. Sex robot pussy. She goes, I can't believe you cheated on me, GT. I can't believe you did. I can't believe this shit. How much did you pay? How much did you pay? Average cost, $200 plus $30 activation fee. That's cheating! That's cheating! That's infidelity. I was like, infidelity? That sounds like a bank. Infidelity. She goes, listen, I'm going to give you a second chance. Second chance. Oh, I would love that. Second chance. She goes, listen, I want you to download an app. This app is going to stop all the robocalls. All right, guys, thanks a lot.
All right. Another round of applause to GT the Gangsta Taco Topalian. And I ain't gonna lie, I like what he was talking about. He's talking about the robot bitches and shit like that, cheating. And yo, I gotta speak on this. Now, I don't know if any man in here has ever had sex with a woman with a fake butt or fake body parts. My dude, it's like fucking a robot. Oh my God, their ass feels like a trainee's biceps. No bullshit. You grab it and it's like smacking this, right here. Fellas, I know you think it looks good. I know you think it looks great. Fake titties are fine. We don't grab your titties too much while we're fucking. But that ass needs to be soft. Ladies, if your ass is flat, keep it. We like your soft, flat ass. So round of applause for soft, flat, natural asses, please. Goddamn right. Well, I like this shit. That's just how I am. And I'm a black guy. So, you know, we're obsessed with large buttocks. So, for me to be down with the flat spatty, that's some serious business. But stay away from fake butts because you're just fucking a robot. All right. So, you guys ready for the next comedian? Are you ready for the next comedian? Yeah! Goddamn right, put your hands together. She's a wonderful lady, and apparently she's pregnant. So congratulations to her for being her second mama in the world. Round of applause for a mama that's pregnant. Goddamn right. Put your hands together. Show some love. She's pretty. She's smart. She's talented. And she's all about that jazz. Miss Wiley.
Mista See can hold a note. All right, it's true. I'm pregnant. I can't hide it anymore. But it's rough being pregnant, you know. There's like all these apps that tell you like week by week how big the baby is. They always compare it to like a piece of fruit. Like your baby's the size of a poppy seed. Your baby's the size of a kernel of corn. Your baby's the size of a strawberry. But they should tell it like it really is. You know, your baby's the size of a flea. Your baby's the size of a leech. Your baby's the size of a tapeworm. Because it's literally a parasite sucking the life out of you. This thing is living off of my blood right now. People. It's rough. And it's pretty amazing though. I mean, like, I had, you know, it's like this big thing in there messing up all your organs. I've had indigestion for 9 months. You know, it's amazing that 9 months of stomach problems and indigestion could turn out to be the miracle of life. The worst is gas. I actually invested in these fart filtering underwear. You guys can look it up online. It's called Shreddies. They come with a carbon filter, so your farts don't have a smell anymore. I was like, this is awesome. I started wearing them to work and just farting freely in my cubicle, didn't care, until my boss comes over one day. And suddenly offered me maternity leave. I'm like, this is really weird. She's like, can you leave now? Can you just take off now so we don't have to smell this anymore? Oh, no. But I already have a baby, actually. I have a baby at home. She just turned 1, so I'm doing this back to back. Thank you. Yeah. And, yeah, it's rough, you know. I can't drink. You can't even drink when you're breastfeeding. It's going to be a long time till I can have another drink. So you guys enjoy it for me, all right? Enjoy your drinking, because there are some people who can't drink for years on end. You know, if I have some vodka shots right now, I'll go home, give my baby a White Russian. Not cool. So, but, yeah, my baby, when she was born breech, which means she came out butt first. That's a trip. It's like a vagina coming out of a vagina. Like an MC Escher painting, you know what that means? Yeah. And, yeah, she came out crying. She wakes up crying. It's like she's just born for road rage or something. She's got a very bad attitude. I'm like, can't you just be happy once in a while? Like, wake up with a smile? But no. She can go from a dead sleep to crying, like, instantly. But nobody knows that side of her. Nobody knows that, you know. They all think she's so cute. They say, oh, your baby is so cute. I want to steal her. I said, well, that is a felony. That is a felony. I take her to a party. She's a big hit. People just, I hand her to one person. They start passing her around. Next thing you know, I don't even know who has her. It's like bringing a bag of cocaine to a party. Never comes back in the same condition, you know? No, she comes back, she's covered in like different clashing perfumes and like smears of lipstick and sweat. It's like an end of the night stripper. Yeah. But she's very cute. She gets a lot more likes than me on social media. I'm using her to increase my following right now. But there's nothing that can make you look older than taking every picture next to a newborn baby. It's really bad for the skin. So, I don't know. Have you guys ever deleted anybody from Facebook because their baby was too ugly? Anyone? No. I thought about it. I had this ex-boyfriend, or he didn't even commit. He was an ex-booty call. His baby came out so ugly. I was like so close to just deleting it so I wouldn't have to look at any more of those peanut-headed baby pictures anymore. But I'm a good person. I didn't do that. I waited and I watched that baby go through all her ugly stages. Like ours would have been cuter. But no, it's rough. My baby's very cute. I'm lucky. But she also poops a lot. She poops a lot. It's pretty unbelievable something so small could poop so much. And it's a mess. She hates getting her diaper changed. You open up the diaper. She's kicking her feet. The feet are going in the shit. The shit is going on the wall. It's like her foot becomes a cute little shit stamp. Yeah. But I guess I'm going to have to paint, lacquer over that wall or something because that is the best footprint I have of her. Have you ever tried taking a baby's footprint? It's really, really hard. And they don't do it for free in the hospitals anymore. So, I don't know. It's also rough having sex with a baby around. It's like a full-time cock blocker, like literally in between us every night. I just think back to the old days when I used to have as much sex as I wanted. I was so into sex. I had a sex playlist. You guys have any music you like to fuck to? Anybody have any song suggestions for the sex playlist? Oh, yeah. Well, I think I'm going to cut R. Kelly. It brings up some bad associations now. But, no, my ex-neighbor, he used to fuck to, like, hard rock, like pounding rock. Like, when I heard that rock pounding, I knew he was pounding. It was time to come and listen in at the, against the wall. I found this little window where if I actually looked out my closet window, I could see into his bedroom. And I got to check out the action. Don't worry, I moved. He never found out. But, me, I gotta wait for the baby to fall asleep. I fuck to lullabies, people. Rock-a-bye, baby, taking that cock. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming out. I'm Wild Joe. Enjoy the show.
All right, that's some good stuff. Another round of applause for Miss Wild Joe. That's right, it's the GT's Comedy Jam. Once again, I want to thank all you guys for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here, hanging out, showing love. That's right. Thanks also to the Liquid Zoo for letting us be here. Make sure you tip your bartender and finger your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's right, that's right. And just on a side note, her being up here all pregnant and stuff, it made me think about, like, having kids. Now, I'm a single man. And the one thing that keeps me single is the fear of having children. Are there single men in here? That's right. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I keep wearing my rubbers extra tight. Because it's the fear. You know what I mean? Because kids, they great. Those motherfuckers is disrespectful, dog. Like, I'm really trying to bring back disowning your children. I don't know if any of y'all with that shit, but I'm ready to disown a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, little Leroy. You think you know everything? Well, take your bitch ass outside and don't come back. Fuck out of here. I had no son. Fuck that shit. I'm going to be the first dude to bring that shit back. I'm going to be like an Indian from East India. I do not love you. I have no son. Why are you talking to me? Pay some rent. You know what I mean? That's right, that's right. So once again, we want to give another round of applause for the Liquid Zoo for showing us love here tonight. Letting us come through, tear the place up, cause some trouble. Thanks to GT, the Gangsta Taco, Topalian, and also all Armenians, because due to the Kardashians, dark-skinned brothers like me, we hot right now. Yeah, that's right. Any fake booty girls out there, I'm here for you. Anyway, right? So you guys ready for the next comedian to come to the stage? Yeah! All right. Oh, wait, man, we got a lot of I endings on the last names. There must be a fucking mob party up in this bitch tonight. We got Miss JV, a wonderful talent, a wonderful lady coming to the stage. She's probably smooth, she's probably clean. Are you ready for this next wonderful comedian? Yeah! Goddamn right. So why don't you show some love for the JV, Miss Julie Vanelli.
Thank you. Hi. How's everyone doing? Hey. I have to ask, did anybody else masturbate to Leaving Neverland? Enough?
Did you get the beginning of my set at all? Or
Anyway.
I'll check it later.
I'm bisexual.
Yeah.
And my ex-girlfriend just started dating another Julie.
That'd be awesome, because I know the first part was glad out yourself. Cool.
Am I surprised that she's still screaming my name every time she comes? No. I'm not. I am surprised, however, that she found someone with the name Julie Christine. That's my name, obviously, plus Christine, the name of her ex before me. This is a true story.
Thank you so much. Yeah, do the same.
What a silly cunt. You see what she did there? She killed two birds with one strap-on. I lost my voice today. I'm sorry. Strap-ons are interesting. I don't peg you guys as a strap-on wearing crowd. But if you think it kills the mood to have to wait for someone to put a condom on, think about waiting for someone to put a cock on. Making love to a strap-on was like trying to be a vegan. I mean, right away, it's hard. It seems cleaner. But then after a little while, I could hear my vagina screaming, I'm starving. Real food, please. A dildo is just a meatless dick.
Meatless dick?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
A Joe sausage.
It's vegan. That's vegan shit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's vegan shit.
The other fake meat.
Yeah, I hate it. Ew.
A jelly D-nut. No pulse, no cum, and no fun. Alright, I'm done. Anyway, I was just visiting my family. My dad had to get heart surgery. I was so stressed out. I didn't know what to do. So I fucked my little brother's best friend.
Oh my goodness.
I'm kind of gay and he's got these little man boobs. I am saying I can have everything I want. I like to write poems in my free time. I'm going to share one with you guys. This is called Fruitcake. I'm the most delicious fucking cake. I welcome you all. Grab handfuls. Swallow me. I never want to stop feeding you my warm, fruity filling. Mm-hmm. When the feast is over, all that remains of me is spit on the tip of your fork. I wrote that one about work. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm a massage therapist. I put a lot of pressure on my clients. You'll be surprised to know this, but no one's ever had a boner in a session with me. I have mixed feelings about this. Thank God, and also, why not? And then recently, this all changed. My 92-year-old client came in. He's such a sweet man. And during the session, after I changed his diaper, he said, "Sweet Jesus! Oh, this hasn't happened to me since before my wife passed more than 20 years ago. You're an angel." Thank you. 92. Good for you! But really, good for me. Look what I can fucking do. And yeah, technically it's illegal for me to tell you that story unless he's dead. Thank you. Yeah!
Jules, keeping it cool. Another round of applause for Julie Renneretti. All right. Wearing that dress to death. Round of applause for Julie killing that dress. That's right. Don't be too shit. I'm sorry. Never mind. I didn't say it. I am not Joe Biden. That's all I'm saying. You know, I might sniff your hair when I walk by. But that's normal guy shit.
Against the wall, like a
Hello, we are back with Dive Bar Comedy with Geezer.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for having me at your show.
It's a fun show tonight. There was a packed house, so we lost a few people after GT went up.
You know why I love GT Topalian shows?
Why?
Because, like, for instance, tonight, first move of the night, by accident, the mic gets knocked over, right? And then the host isn't here till halfway here. We all love Mista See. Mista See is a beloved host. So even he's the type of cat, even if he's late halfway through the set, motherfuckers still love him and shit, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's what the GT Topalian show is. It's chaos personified. That's what I think and shit, yeah.
Yeah, no, I loved how you went up there, you gave some backstory to where GT came from. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, you know, I just like, I always like to fuck around with hosts on my set. So if a host goes in front of me, the more I know them, I might even do my whole set about a host. So sometimes I'll do my whole set about the person that went in front of me, because I like to improvise sometimes if I have the courage like I did tonight, yeah.
You know, it's a relaxed environment. Dive bars are relaxed, and you can kind of experiment more because you don't really have to care about, like, it being, like, you know, seen by a million people.
And related to what you said, Kurt Vonnegut, I know GT's Armenian, and I know that's your husband, GT, and Kurt Vonnegut was an Armenian author. You might be familiar with him.
Oh, I didn't know he was Armenian.
Yeah, and he had a great saying and stuff. His saying was like, you got to live on the edge in order to see everything. So when comics improvise or musicians improvise, that's one of the best shit. Sometimes the biggest failures happen then, but sometimes that's how you get to the next level of like thinking as a comedian, if you just improvise more and don't care about the results so much. Yeah.
And it's also a level of expertise that you get to I can just say as a musician or a comic, but as a musician especially, in the beginning you're just learning your scales, and then you're learning songs, and then you have to be really good before you can really just go off and just do stuff on your own and improvise and make it sound cool. You got to have all that music theory and all the other knowledge under your belt already.
What you're saying makes a lot of sense, and what you're preaching is the foundation, is like having a foundation to then leap off of, a platform to leap off of, and that's exactly how I feel about it. For me, the platform is just doing the open mics, and you do the open mics, you do these shows, and the more and more you do it, the more and more it becomes part of you, and that's where then you can start diving off of that, and you can switch characters, you can do anything. A lot of people get pigeonholed because they go with the same mics all the time, and they end up doing the same character and the same jokes, but the most important thing is, like, every month keep on adding a new joke or two to your repertoire. I think that stay fresh and stuff, that's the way to do it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I could tell that you're speaking off the cuff sometimes. You're not just reciting lines.
Very much so. And for me, the more I can speak off the cuff and have success, that's where, like, the transcendent comedy, I think, lies. Like, there are a lot of people on the LA scene or in the comedy scene right now. They're comedians, but they get laughed from the neck up. That's where they get their laughs from the audience's neck up. But I think, like, guys like Dangerfield or old school comics, even like Roseanne, speaking about a female, that could really get comics, like, get people to laugh from, like, the belly up, from the fucking lower chakras and shit. That's the kind of comedian I aspire to be like. I just want to make people laugh from their lowest, not from their wit, but from their fucking gut. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah. Very interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, and I feel like, because that's what I'm interested in human beings. I'm interested in like their not so much in their beauty or their aesthetic, but I'm interested in how faithful they are to themselves and life, and that can only come from like a lower laugh, like a real laugh, a belly laugh. No one can fake a belly laugh. Like, remember when you were in high school with your friends and this fucking funny kid said something and motherfuckers like, ha, that's where I want to get laughs from. I don't want to get it from like the regular kind of like like, I rather avoid those laughs. I rather get 2 belly laughs in the 20-minute set than like 20 little baby laughs and shit. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I do a lot of yoga. I've never heard anybody relating comedy to yoga that way, but that's amazing.
Physical yoga, or do you also do the meditative part?
I've tried both. I've gone through different phases where I've done different types of yoga, but
now it's more physical.
Right now I'm doing more physical because I'm doing baby and me yoga. I'm bringing the baby.
You should really delve into the non-physical yoga, and that's where you can find a lot of that's the scariest part, because you have to be alone with yourself, and when you're really alone with yourself, that's what makes life really scary and stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And one other thing about comedy that I've noticed is being in the moment, that people laugh when you comment on things that are happening right now in the room, instead of just remembering your old jokes.
It's the best. And like comedians, they'll learn how to do that. They come off more natural. A lot of that's time. A lot of it's someone doing it a couple of years. But honestly, like, when you see a comedian that's confident, they could pull off many routines, actually. So it's funny. It's like people talk about content. A lot of it is more confidence is more than content. Really, at first, especially your first year or two, people worry about content too much their first year and shit. I didn't need to worry about confidence and keep on going to the mics as much as possible, man. Because it's very much discipline equals freedom. Nothing else can equal freedom except discipline. So you have to keep on going to the mics, even though it hurts psychologically. You know what I mean?
I love it, Geezer. I love it. It's so happy to hear what you have to say.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time, and always love being part of your guys' shows. Hope to be part of more of your shows in the future, too.
Where can people find you online?
Just the Geezer on Facebook, or Geezer Comedy on Instagram, or, you catch me on the LA scene, always doing mics and occasionally a show and shit, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
Thank you, Wild Joe. Cheers.
All right, thanks.
Of course.
What?
I don't see the gadget over there.
It's on the table. We got Elliott Enriquez in the house. He just walked in with his manager or girlfriend. I don't know.
She manages me by yelling at me all the time.
Your personal manager.
Yeah. My guru, my life coach.
You guys have the same color hair.
Do we?
Yeah.
You look at that.
Aw.
Look at that.
Yes, you shop at the same beauty
Yeah,
salon?
we have the same hairstylist, you know. Manager and client, it's important. We use the same hairstylist, you know, same pedicure, salon, everything.
And when people hang out, they start to look alike, they say.
Exactly, yeah. We've been hanging out for far too long, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta get her in on this podcast. We're talking about her so much. Who
Right.
is this? Introduce your friend here.
This is my girlfriend. Hey, Nessa, come say hi.
Come say hi. Hello. This is Elliott Enriquez's girlfriend.
Yeah, this is my counterpart.
Aww.
The butt of all my best jokes.
Do you how often do you get to see him perform?
Yeah, every night.
Oh, so you're always, well, I mean, not at home. I mean, outside of the house.
Out and about. He tries to get out as much as he can during the week, maybe.
But you, how often do you go see him?
Oh, yeah, every night.
No.
I go to them all
You're
the time.
always going with him.
Yes.
So you're a very supportive girlfriend.
I do my best.
Wow. What does he do for you?
Buys me food.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to watch you play softball or anything like that.
I have no hobbies.
He's not watching your kickball league or...
He also feeds the pets so that, they keep me company.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the pet provider.
Yeah. I take care of the furry ones.
That's good.
And then I shave so I'm not one of the furry ones.
Well, he is a furry one.
Wow.
Elliott Enriquez, a furry guy.
Yeah.
He's got a big beard here.
Yeah,
How long have you been working on your beard?
I haven't seen my face for like 4 or 5 years.
Do you miss his face?
I've never seen it either. I hope I don't.
Have you seen pictures of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're fine with this beard?
Yeah.
Preferred.
Preferred.
I got a really weird upper lip. You ever,
Oh,
you
really?
ever see someone that's got a
I wouldn't
beard?
guess that from looking at you, but you never know.
Yeah.
I can't tell through the beard.
Well, I did the mutton chops one time. I shaved
wow.
everything but these really big sideburns. That was an experience
Wow.
for sure.
I had a crush on Russell Brand for a while, and I started finding myself attracted to homeless guys because he has a look that's very much in common with just random, bearded, long-haired, scruffy-looking people on the street.
He looks like any other punk homeless dude in Portland.
Yeah, and so my taste was changing toward homeless guys. I was like, this isn't good. Now, I mean, and then now I guess he's gone all the way Santa Claus. So, but I lost interest.
I haven't seen Russell Brand in a moment.
If you look him up, he's
What's
gone
he
all
up
the
to?
way Santa Claus.
He has a podcast,
Santa
right?
Claus beard, always having different podcasts. Yeah,
he's got a podcast.
Yeah,
Everyone's got it. Who doesn't have a podcast?
Consistently doing. He'll do one for a year and then a different one for the next year. Or, whatever.
So I gotta get on.
He's got podcasts coming out once a year.
No, he'll do one brand name for a while, and then he'll switch to a different name. I think his current name is Under the Skin.
So he's always changing the name of his podcast?
Not that often, but he'll change. Yeah, different projects. He'll change every couple of years to a different project, and he puts out a new book every year and a new movie. He's always doing. He's like a workaholic.
Wow.
This
None
guy's
of us
crazy.
are as prolific as Russell
No,
Brand.
you never will be. I think he has 5 full-length books out already. He's does documentaries once every couple of years. His newest book is addiction, and he had a wealth inequality movie 2 years ago. I mean, he's on and on with everything.
Yeah, but I recorded a podcast one time, and it's on my computer though.
Yeah.
So I got that.
One day, chop it up into 1-minute segments, and do funny minute of the week, and you could have a whole year's worth of material.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I got the 1 hour, and then I put it on my computer, and I was did it.
Yeah.
Got the podcast. I'm a podcaster now.
That's how I feel with my screenplays and my novels and all that. It's just handwritten somewhere.
Yeah.
And somebody will, when I die, have to find 20,000 pages of writing and turn it into a book for me.
I think after the podcast, next step for me is NPR. I'm really blowing up in the podcast scene with the one podcast.
No, do the 1-minute podcast. 1 minute a week. You already have it all recorded.
Exactly.
Just cut it. You guys stay tuned.
My podcasts are just
coming
me
up next
rambling. It's just ADHD-fueled ramblings. I don't take my meds, and then I just talk in a microphone.
Well,
you guys can catch it if you come over and go on my computer and go into my files and click on Podcast 2019. It's the top file. And you guys can catch it there. So catch my podcast on my computer.
On your computer.
Yeah, catch it on my.
Hackers.
You can come to my apartment and catch it on my computer. I'm doing listening parties for one person at a time.
Perfect.
The only stipulation is that you have to look me directly in the eyes the entire time. while I mouth the podcast from memory, as if I'm speaking it to you in the moment.
Wow.
It's
what
an
experience.
It is an experience.
That was the first one he tested it out on. I was sober. It was weird.
We tried it naked the first time. I don't know if that's going to work for everyone, but the option's out there. Once again, it's an intimate experience. So, like, if you like podcasts, but you want it to be weird, check out my podcast in my apartment.
Great. Where else can people find you online? Because not everybody's going to be able to make it all the way to your apartment.
You can catch me online at Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Windows Edge. I'm on all the browsers.
Wow, this guy's tech savvy.
I'm also on Android, BlackBerry, iPhone. So if you have any of those devices, you can also find me.
Are you making any money on Spotify?
Spotify? He didn't say Spotify.
Yeah, I'm not on Spotify.
GT, you need to listen.
I do. My performances are in MP3 format, so you can find those on a computer.
Wow. All right, Elliott Enriquez. Can't wait to hear your show. Hear your set tonight. Hear your set.
Elliott Comedy on Instagram.
Awesome.
Elliott, thanks.
So let's just get the facts straight. All right. So now that I ruined your night, are you guys ready for the next comedian? You goddamn right you are. This next comedian comes to the stage. He got the double E for the name. It reminds me of my past failures in college at electrical engineering. But that's all right. I'm going to let him slide. I want you to put some love. Give it together and give it big time for Mr. Elliott Enriquez.
Oh, wow. This really is fascinating. Thank you for the clapping. Keeping it going. Everybody give it up for that guy's clap. That was incredible. You're now my number one fan. You did great, by the way. I love it. Very supportive. I need that positivity in my life. That is what I need. I'm trying to be more positive, you guys. It's tough, man. It's tough trying to be positive, especially when you're my size. You know, people kind of look down on bigger guys. They kind of think, oh, you know, you're a little bit of a glutton, whatever. And I just try to find things I can be positive about with my body. Right? Like when I sit down, I have like a 3-inch overhang of fat that I like to call my cubby. It's right here. I can store things in there. Like for example, when I sat down, I put a vape pen in there. I can just pull it out and put it back in like magic. Like if I'm driving a car or something, I'm texting and driving, I just put my phone in the cubby. Super convenient. If I'm out to a restaurant and my napkin keeps falling on the ground, just put it in the cubby. It's like having like a little storage space on my body. I'm in love with it. It's wonderful. I really enjoy it. Seriously, I just try to be more positive in a lot of different ways. I watch positive TV. Anybody else watches positive TV? No? Yes? I'm watching Netflix's Queer Eye right now. That show is very positive. Really. Like, if you're feeling down, just watch that show. Like, I have a gay friend who was telling me all sad people need in their life is a gay person to come and make them feel better about themselves. I was like, yeah, it's a show. It's on Netflix. 2 seasons already. That's all that is. It's just 5 gay guys coming to some sad person's life, telling them how amazing they are, and they turn a corner. All of a sudden, they're very confident. I watch it. I need that in my life. You know, like if I could hire 5 gay guys to come live with me and tell me how amazing I am every day, I wouldn't be calling my fat my cubby, trying to compromise. Right? Like, if I woke up in the morning and I looked in the mirror feeling like shit, and 5 gay guys popped up behind me and they were like, "Look at you! You're serving me. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Realness." Pop up behind me, they'd be like, "Look at you! You're serving me, pulled an all-nighter to play video games chic. Look at you! You're serving me, can't even hold a mic like he holds a dick chic." No, they'd be like, "Look at you! You're serving me, he ain't chubby, that's his cubby." I need that positivity. God damn it, seriously, I can't hold the mic. I need that positivity in my life. I do. I'm trying to be more positive. And I was telling my friend about this because he was having a bad day. I was like, "Dude, you just got to go home, put on Queer Eye. You'll feel so much better if you just go home and put on Queer Eye." Oh, we got technical. I think it's the mic being taped.
Is it okay if you use your second mic?
Can I untape it?
Yeah, you can use the second mic.
It's the cord.
Oh, it's the cord? I got you.
Hold for technical difficulties. Positive. Like when I sit down, I have a 3-inch. I'm fucking with you guys. This is going to do the same exact 5 minutes. Seriously, I'm trying to be more positive. I'm going to be positive about what just happened. Be positive about my life. tell people to watch Positive TV. I was telling my straight friend, watch Queer Eye. You know, that show's amazing. You gotta watch it. He's like, I can't watch that shit. That shit's gay, man. I can't watch it. And I just don't understand straight guys why they're so afraid of gay things, because I feel like straight guys are more gay than any gay guys I actually know. Seriously, they're real weird. They're weird. Like, I mean, I was an athlete. I'm straight. I was a wrestler. That's just dry humping a dude to submission for 9 minutes straight. That's all that is. Seriously, then you take a shower with them afterwards. Like, I'm a towel whipping away from the locker room for being like, yes, queen, give me more. Whip it, daddy. Seriously. They're just weird about it. Like, if a girl asked a friend, like, hey, do you have any cute guy friends you could hook me up with? They'd be like, oh, man, I don't look at my friends like that. That's gay. That's weird. I don't look at my friends like that. Like, oh, well, do you have any ugly friends? It's like, yeah, I got plenty of ugly friends. Okay, the other ones are attractive. Right? Like, it's just simple. It's like, I know the difference between, like, a good painting and a bad painting. Like, I know it's objectively, visually pleasing or not. Like, I'm not gay, but, like, I know my type. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I know what I find attractive. I know what I think's good looking. Like, I'm not gay, but, like, I'd suck a dick just to prove I could do it. You know? Like, I'm just comfortable with my sexuality. It's really how it goes at the end of the day. Man, trying to be more positive. Obviously, I go to therapy, you guys. Obviously, I go to therapy. I love therapy, though. Anybody else do therapy in here? Yeah, there we go. It's 2019. We can talk about mental illness. It's okay. Everybody, it's all right. I was telling my dad about this because the therapy bill's expensive. Like, I got new insurance, and it costs a lot of money to have one friend. You know? It costs a lot of money to have just one person to listen to you. I was telling my dad this because I needed help with the bill, and he goes, all right, what's this therapy? Is that the one that gives you drugs so you act like the normal person? I was like, no, Dad, that's a psychiatrist. Maybe those of you guys who don't know, like, a psychiatrist is like a glorified drug dealer. Like, when I say glorified, I mean qualified. They went to 8 years of medical school to give you the perfect dose. And they're always super cool about it, too. Like, psychiatrist is way better than a normal drug dealer. You know, like, when you go to a psychiatrist, there's, like, no tapestries on the wall. You don't have to sit on a sitting futon. Like, you don't have to watch Animal Planet. You're in and out of there, like, 10 to 15 minutes, and the drugs are actually so much better. Seriously, psychiatrists are great. Like, every time I go to my psychiatrist, he's always like, listen, man, I've got some new experimental stuff that's not exactly on the market yet, but I got it from my rep. I want you to go home, take this with a glass of water. You're going to get so high functioning, you're going to have no problem getting through your day-to-day life. Those are great, man. So I tell my dad this, he's like, psychiatrist, drug dealer, I can help with that. What's this therapy thing? I was like, Dad, I paid the therapist. They listen to me talk about my feelings, kind of help me figure it out. It's just an objective voice to bounce ideas off of really. He's like, what do you pay someone $400 a month to listen to you talk about your feelings? It's like, Dad, I paid him to listen to me because you won't. And he's like, shit, I'll pay them whatever they need at this conversation you're doing right now. I'm kidding, I love my dad. My dad is actually a great dad. He's a wonderful dad, and I realize opposites attract. They do. Like, right, I like girls with bad dads. I like girls with daddy issues. That's my thing. When I see some people shaking their head out there, they think it's like, well, you like girls with low self-esteem. It has absolutely nothing to do with them. Don't put your shit on me. It's because I thrive in low expectations. That's just where I do best, right? Like, if your dad wasn't around, you probably don't expect a lot from the guy in your life, right? I just got to do the bare minimum. I just have to be better than your dad. Like, if I don't show up to your sister's wedding, but I send an I'm sorry text, probably doing better than your dad. Like, you were supposed to walk her down the aisle, at least I said I'm sorry. And I date smart, I really do. I date smart. I think about who I'm dating. Right now I'm dating a Mexican girl. Her dad got deported. So all I really have to do is stay in the country. All I have to do. If I stay in the country, I'm doing better than her dad. I lose a lot of people when I tell that joke. You might think I'm crossing a line, but I mean, if you think about it, he kind of crossed the line when he crossed the border in the country. If anything, I'm on par with him, right? So I'm not doing worse. Oh, man. Did I get the light yet? Or are we just forgetting about the whole first 5 minutes?
Just do your hour. Don't worry.
Just do an hour. All right, guys. This is my last one. I'll leave you guys with this. This is my impression of a 1990s comedian talking about computers. So I got one of these computers the other day, am I right? One of these things, I don't even know what it was. I brought it home, I put it on my desk. This thing, it's like a brick there on my desk, and then all of a sudden they tell me you can get a virus. What do I got to take it to a computer doctor, am I right? You guys have been amazing. I love you. Oh, man, I love that on that note. Where's our beautiful host? Let me take this up here.
I don't know if you can come out for a second, but let me put this somewhere.
Okay. I don't know. This stand is a troublemaker in my eyes. He's going to have to pass him. All right, so another round of applause for Elliott Enriquez. That's right. Surviving the technical difficulties of true professionals. That's right. So make sure y'all mess with the double E. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, this shit right here. So, y'all know their podcast is called the Dive Bar Podcast, right? Is this dive bar enough for you? Yeah! Goddamn right. All we need is a backhand out back, and we good. You know what I'm saying? We good. All right.